How would you like to have the coolest light show in the neighborhood without spending thousands of dollars on a light control system? This Mr. Christmas system will do just that for around about $100 to $200 depending on where you buy it. However, there is one issue. It will only play music through a speaker that will annoy the crap out of your neighbors. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add this 3.5 millimeter jack that you can plug into an FM transmitter. That way cars driving by can just tune into the radio to listen to the music, so that way you don't annoy your neighbors. The first step, you're going to need to open up the unit. Now in order to open up the unit, you're going to need a triangle bit. The issue that I ran into is that I called every hardware store within 60 miles of my house, and I was able to find these 3 kits. But the problem with these 3 kits is that, as you can see, where the bit enters on all of these is that it's very wide, making it almost impossible to reach the screw. So what I had to do is I had to order this online, a screwdriver that is only with a triangle tip. This allows me to go all the way down to the screw. Whereas the others, because it narrows as you go down, you can't go down all the way because it gets stuck. Now before opening this up, you are going to want to make sure that it is unplugged. To open it up, you'll need to remove the screws from these spots right here using this screwdriver. So first, let's unscrew it. Now that I've opened it, I need to prepare the wire that's going to go into my FM transmitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these ends and I'm going to cut it. After cutting the top off, I'm going to use these wire strippers to get the outer coat off. So as I pull it off, I'm now left with 3 wires. I'm going to use the red wire and white wire to connect to the speaker. Once when you open up the unit, you're going to see that there are 2 wires that go into the speaker. What we're going to want to do is we're first going to want to cut them. After cutting the speaker, you're going to want to use the wire strippers to expose the metal wire. What I'm going to do next is I need to drill a hole. Now looking at this, where I feel would be a good spot is if you notice right in between the circuit board and right here there's a space. I feel like that would be a good spot for the cord to go out of. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drill my hole on this one right about here, just because I feel like that would be easier for me to get my drill into, because there's not a lot of wires or circuit boards or anything blocking my ability to drill a hole there. Now that I've drilled the hole, I took the wires for the speakers and ran it through the hole. Next, I'm going to close this up and put the screws back in. Alright, so I put the case back on, I've made sure the wires came through. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put shrink wrap tubing over each wire. Next, we're going to wrap the wires together. Now I tested this on my stereo and I found that regardless of which wire was connected to which, that it produced the same sound. Now you may find that when stripping the wire that there's this third one. I didn't find anywhere to connect it, so I just wrapped it around right here. But these 2, when connected to either one, both sound great in my test with my stereo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the wires together. Now that I've wrapped the wires together, I'm going to solder them. Now that I've soldered the wires together, I'm going to put the shrink wrap tubing over where I soldered. Next, I'm going to shrink wrap it. Alright, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tape this so that way it doesn't get pushed in or pulled out. And then I've also drilled a little hole right here on the side for the wire to come out. And then I'm just going to mount this on the back. The very last step, all I did is screw this back plate back on. As you can see, I have the wire coming out the back. And And then I have this I can plug into an FM transmitter. My recommendation is to consult with an electrician or someone that is licensed to handle these things. Do this at your own risk. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please click on the link below for any of the products that you're interested in purchasing. Hope that you have a Merry Christmas.